question was if high school students don't just learn about poverty, but if they briefly experience some of the effects, if they'll be more inclined to help lessen the extremities of global poverty. I had two inspirations. The first was an event by the Global Poverty Project called Living Under the Line, where Australians live on $2 a day, which is the equivalent of $1.25 in American money, and that is the line for extreme poverty. My second inspiration was a novel called The Truth Behind the Beautiful Rivers. It's a non-fictional story about in Mumbai, when tourists first arrive on the highway, they only see the glamour of the city, but hidden from their view by billboards is the really destitute slums of the city. And to me, that kind of signifies how we're kind of ignorant to how other people live, and whether that's intentional or not. So first of all, you need to know what poverty is, and it's the severe lack of material possessions or money, with emphasis on the word severe. The equivalent, statistically, it's the equivalent of $1.25 or less. So people who live this way are deprived of basic human needs, such as nutritious food and clean water, education, sanitation, proper health care, clothes, shoes, job opportunities, and much more. So one thing I've noticed is that not everyone is aware of how global low poverty actually is. So it affects half the world, or over that really. The population of the world is 6.8 billion people, and 80% of them live in poverty, and 1.4 billion live in extreme poverty. As you can see from this map, it's largely concentrated in South America, Asia, and Africa. But one thing I'd like to point out is that while it looks like Africa is most severely affected, Asia has an extremely massive population, and that's kind of like, there are different levels of poverty there. So it's not just Africa and the tribes that suffer the most. What I wanted to do was discover empathy for poverty at Mount Pleasant High School. And I couldn't really focus on poverty itself because we're teenagers, and I'm sure that we could live on $1.25 or less because our parents do most of the shopping. And so I wanted to focus on the results of poverty, which is the lack of food and the lack of health care and drinking water and shoes and whatnot. And so what I wanted to do was create several experiments in which students could briefly experience some of these effects. My first experiment was having people live on 400 calories a day. I didn't want them to be really drastic and have a fasting day, and so I figured 400 calories was about the solid average. And so I had a group of students go 24 hours on a modified diet, and I asked them to think about hunger and if the pain and the weakness that they were experiencing was enough motivation for them to want to ease the pain of others. So the picture on the left would be the American version of what we would try for 400 calories, and the picture on the right would be like what people actually eat in Africa and Asia. And one thing I'd like to point out too is the picture on the left. There's a lot of variety in nutrients, and so people who don't get that, they're malnourished, and that means that they don't grow to be as strong mentally and physically.
have shoes, to raise awareness for the millions of kids that don't have them.
So children can help their lives.
For all the kids who aren't allowed in school because they don't have shoes.
For the 30,000 people that live in a landfill in the Philippines. For the kids who are at risk for hookworm and other slow transmitted infections.
For the 4 million people that have poliomyelitis.
So that I can understand what it feels like to live without shoes. Take off your shoes.
Talk about it.
Join us for One Day Without Shoes.
Okay. I learned a lot about charity throughout the project, and obviously I want to encourage students to find ways to give to those in the world that aren't as fortunate. But I think really you just have to find something that you're passionate about. Like, if you want to look more into ending poverty in general, and that's great, and I would encourage you to go to the Global Poverty Project. They have a lot of interesting articles and videos. If you want to make sure others